Now, a group of unpaid family carers from Leicester will be going on one of their first trips out post-lockdown this afternoon. More than 10 carers and some of the people they care for will be meeting together at Newtown Linford's Mountain Ash Open Garden. It's part of the National Garden Scheme. That's the scheme that we talk about usually on a Thursday, actually, on this show. Well, the initiative is to help unpaid carers get a little bit of respite from providing round-the-clock care for family members. Kirsty McVeigh is the acting CEO at the Carers Centre, Leicestershire and Rutland, and joins us along with Tracy and Andy Robertson. Busy old morning. Morning to you all.
Morning, Ben.
Kirsty, what's the plan?
Well, because we work as a network partner with Carers Trust, which is the national charity supporting unpaid carers, we're fortunate enough to be offered this wonderful trip today to, as you say, Newton Linford, gorgeous Mountain Ash Garden, welcomed into the private garden of the garden owners there to have a cup of tea and a little tour around the garden and basically be able to just meet up with a few carers, people who we haven't been able to see face to face except via Zoom for the last year and a half, and really get a bit of respite, as you say, and a bit of relaxation, hopefully in a little bit of sunshine.
We've ordered it. It's raining at the moment. That'll just freshen up the flowers, make the garden look extra specially wonderful. And by this afternoon, the sun always shines on the righteous, which means Newtown Linford will be bathed in sunshine, cross fingers. Look, Andy and Tracy, just talk to me, just very briefly about essentially how you care for each other.
Well, we've been married 20 years this year. So, unfortunately, about 15 years ago, I became really poorly with bad back, and my husband gave up work to look after me. And then as years gone on, he's become poorly himself, so we look after each other. But without the Carers Centre being there for us, I think we would have gone loopy through lockdown. Really would have done. They opened their arms to us, welcomed us with open arms, and we call it our online family because that's exactly what they are.
Yeah.
We play bingo together, which is this evening. We do craft clubs. We do, you name it. Quizzes. We have so much fun, and it's making lockdown. When we got told we were locked down, we're shutting. Now what do we do? What we're going to be together 24/7. Being told we couldn't go out, get that respite, getting anything, and then having a lifeline thrown to us through the Carers Centre, it was just like we could breathe again for a little bit.
Andy, I can tell from what you've been saying in the background that you would absolutely second what Tracy's saying.
Oh yeah, totally, 100%. Both myself and Tracy started off just going along, and it's now a case of we both volunteer for the Carers Centre. I volunteer as the Carers Centre official photographer because I've been into photography since I was 12. I'm now not going to say on air, but I'm now 23. Getting very old. But and Tracy helps with volunteering to raise money and stuff like that.
And also I run craft clubs as well, part of the Carers Centre. We've done macrame, we've done flower arranging, you name it. Anything people want to do, we'll give it a go. And we have fun while doing it. And we just for that hour and a half, it lifts spirit. We can forget. We don't forget we're carers, but we can be normal people.
Yeah.
You know, we've always got our caring roles in our head. We've always got people that we look after in our head. But we can then just for that little bit of time, just become ordinary people again and enjoy it. And this trip this afternoon, it's so welcome. It really is. To actually get to see the people we've spoken to on Zoom in real life, so the real people, it's so nice. It's going to be really nice to see everybody because there's a lot of people we've never met. Met them.
Especially Kirsten. We've either spoken to Kirsten through email or seen Kirsten on Zoom, and it's a case of it'll be lovely to meet her and it'll be lovely. And I know this is going to sound silly, it's actually put a face to the person because we see you on Zoom, but at least we're going to see you in the flesh this time.
Kirsty, look, I mean, I've got to say, Tracy and Andy are inspirational in the sense that, you know, not only do they have their own caring responsibilities to each other, but the fact that we know that caring is a really tough thing to do, and it can be a really lonely thing to do. The fact that they also give so much of their time to help other carers, honestly, people are incredible, aren't they? It's amazing.
No, absolutely. And I mean, the ability of our carers to keep on giving and giving, whether it's to each other or to the team here at the Carers Centre, it's always quite inspirational, as you say, Ben. I mean, carers' health and well-being, as we know, always comes last to them. They're always supporting and looking after the people who they are actually caring for, and their health always comes first. So we know that carers are always, even well before the pandemic, they were twice as likely to become unwell. They were twice as likely to have a long-term condition that wasn't necessarily being treated well. So if you put the pandemic and the isolation and all the difficulties that's caused for people as well, on top of all of that, I mean, as Andy and Tracy put there, when you can't have that even 10 minutes respite from the people that you're supporting, and of course you love them, of course you want to be with them, but everybody needs a break and we all need a little bit of time away. And when you can't get that, the impact on your health and well-being, particularly mental health, is it's been dire. We've heard stories of carers who are supporting people literally 24/7 and have had no break, for years and years, not a day off. Now, as a paid worker, we all get that. As an unpaid carer, that's not guaranteed. Absolutely. And with lockdowns, obviously, it's just been tenfold.
Andy and Tracy, you were metaphorically nodding in agreement there.
Yes, we were. Don't get me wrong. When I married Tracy, I took the vows to love, honour and cherish. And sickness and in health. And that's what we do. Till the day I die, that is what I will do. Yeah, fair enough. There are times that I could throttle her. But isn't that everything? There's probably times Tracy could throttle me as well. But Tracy's got a craft room. Fair enough, I'm in the front room, but I'm into computers, I'm into photography. So it's a case of I do what I need to do, Tracy does what she needs to do, and then we're fine.
Yeah, it gives us our little bit of respite, just having that little wall between us. But there again, we're always thinking, what can we do to include the carer centre? What can we do to help other people get their little bit of respite? What can I do to help? I'm always thinking, what can we do next to help the carer centre? Because without the carer centre, we would have had nothing through lockdown. At all.
No, we would.
They were and still are our saving grace. I mean, all the people in there we've met, Phil, Nadine, Jackie, Carol, everybody. Yeah. We would have no one if it wasn't for them. And Kirsty's been great. She's sitting there smiling, but she is.
I think there might be a little tear in the corner of her eyes as it is. Oh, Tracy and Andy, you are amazingly uplifting people. We will talk again in the future. Kirsty, the most important thing for this is if somebody's listening now thinks, and we know, don't we, that many carers don't even consider themselves to be carers. If they need help, and there's all kinds of help that's available if you ask for it, or you know what to ask for. If somebody needs a hand this morning, who should they phone?
Well, they can give us a call. We're on 0116 251 0999. Or if they want to go onto the Carers Trust website, they can actually search for that via any search engine. And then they'll also be able to see a little bit about what we're doing with being a partner with Carers Trust and NGS and the wonderful work that they're doing together. And hopefully, if they want to contact us, if they've got any queries, need any advice or information, if we can't provide that, we always know someone who can. So, come through us. We'll direct you wherever you need to go. And caring does go across every single walk of life. So we know that any questions are always ready. We're always ready to answer them, Ben.
Kirstine, Tracy, Andy, it was a joy having you on the show. You're welcome any